The mission of a local nonprofit is to provide hands-on, fun-filled adventure and learning for children and families through cultural activities, educational programs, and events in the arts and sciences. They have special programs coming up for Thanksgiving that you don't want to miss. Make sure you stick around. Welcome to Polk Place. I'm Tricia Pichette, and with me from Explorations 5 is Carrie Falwell. Thanks
Hi.
for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's a
So Thanksgiving week is a big week for most families, but you have a lot of programs going on that week.
We do, and we want to make sure that they're accessible, and not every family can afford admission for, the whole brood to come over and play. So we did a lot of thinking about what we wanted to accomplish during the week of Thanksgiving, how we could help strengthen families during that week, and then how we could make it accessible. So it was a big feat to take on. So we created a program called Kidsgiving. And Kidsgiving is our way of teaching gratitude and the art of giving thanks to young children, because that's not something that they inherently understand. We're not born with the ability to feel gratitude. It's something that's taught, and it's something that's learned. So we put together programs for 4 of the 5 days, because we're closed on Thanksgiving. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, where families can come together and practice the art of giving and teaching gratitude to children at an age-appropriate way.
Now, is the program the same each day, or are there different activities for the different days?
Oh, it's different.
Okay.
So on Monday might be my favorite, and we did this one last year. On Monday, families will come together and package Swan food. If you heard the reports recently, our Swans got their annual check in Lakeland, and they're a little on the heavy side. They need to watch the cornbread on Thanksgiving dinner. But part of it is the things that citizens choose to feed them, and it's lovely that they want to interact with the Swans. But bread is not healthy for them, and we want to make sure that we're giving them healthy options to feed them. So families can come together. We buy from an actual animal feed store healthy duck food, and families will come together and package it in healthy proportions, and then make little decorative gift tags to put on there so that the people receiving the Swan food know that it was packaged by a family.
Nice.
And so everyone gets to understand in their own way. So for the little kid who's scribbling on the tag, they're understanding that I'm doing this thing and I'm going to turn it over. For the slightly older child, maybe 5 or 6, they're learning that you can't just feed animals everything, right? You have to be thoughtful about what you're doing. And for the older kids, like my son who's 7, he's realizing that he's doing something not for himself but for someone else.
Nice.
And if he does that, a few times, he'll start to maybe feel good about it. Yeah. And maybe he sees someone take the Swan food that he put together, and now he feels, oh, now he's come full circle. I did this not for myself, but for someone else.
So how does it get from you to the Swans? Do the people who participate take the Swan food?
They certainly can. It's totally free. We put on our chalkboard outside the museum storefront, free Swan food. Come inside and pick it up. You don't have to pay admission. You don't have to buy anything from us. If you're walking downtown and you see the free Swan food is out, you just come in, you say, hey, I'd like a bag of Swan food. It's on a cart right by the front door. You grab it and you can go feed swans.
Very nice.
Yeah, so we don't want anything from anyone. We want to provide this opportunity for them.
Oh, cool. Now that's Monday.
That's Monday.
What about Tuesday?
Tuesday, they're going to make cards for first responders. We're going to take the time to thank them when we are all enjoying food and festivities and cultural niceties on Thursdays. A lot of them are in fire stations and police stations around the county. So we want to take the time to thank them for what they do, not just on Thanksgiving, but on every day. It also aligns with one of the exhibits in the museum. We have a first responders gallery. So the kids who are playing in the museum are understanding the roles of the firefighter and of the Polk County Sheriff's Department, and they're getting to make sense of what those roles are through play, which is the basis of what we do. And now they can take that next step and write a letter that will get to a first responder. So that one aligns directly with work that we're doing in the museum every day.
Very nice.
Wednesday, we're doing a canned food drive. That food will be distributed with the help of United Way of Central Florida as they provide food insecurity programs. Probably the biggest one that I'm aware of is the Mulberry Personal Finance Center, and they do amazing work and have a wonderful mobile food pantry there. And then Thursday we're closed for Thanksgiving, and Friday we're hosting a community cleanup. So we will provide the gloves, and we will provide, oh, these are the bags for the Swan food. We'll provide the gloves and we'll provide trash bags, and when you go in, you as a family can come and pick them up. You can come with your own. And when you bring in a bag of trash that you've picked up from the community or the street or your neighborhood, then you'll get a free ticket to the museum.
Wow.
So we really want to start this, this holiday winter season in a way that's meaningful, in a way that's filled with gratitude, and in a way that allows little kids to give back to their community.
Nice. Now, I know if there's a holiday that's about cooking, it's Thanksgiving, and I know that Explorations 5 sometimes does cooking
Yeah,
classes.
we do. Yep, absolutely. So normally our cooking programs are on Thursdays. We cook every Thursday with kids, and we have a whole cooking series for our homeschool students. So on the canned food day on Wednesday, don't be surprised if you walk in and we're opening up cans of food and learning how to make healthy recipes, and maybe mixing textures together or colors together. There's all kinds of great things you can do, and there are good choices you can make even with non-perishable food. So we're excited about that.
And that's an opportunity for kids to help their parents when the meal is being prepared.
That's
and
a great
so forth.
point. You want to come volunteer that day? You got it. Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. And that's a really wonderful point. I just, as a total sidebar, when you're getting ready for Thanksgiving dinner, on your own time and at your own pace, invite your kids to help you. Even if it's something like getting the ingredients out of the refrigerator. Maybe that's what you feel comfortable with. Maybe it's washing a pan. Maybe it's putting the placemats out. And if you can engage them in that process, first of all, the language that you use are going to be totally new words for them. They might eat more food. Kids are notoriously picky eaters, and if they're involved in the preparation process, they're more likely to eat the food.
True.
And think of all of the wonderful bonding that's going to happen, right? It's a lot easier to, something that I say a lot is it's easier to direct play than to correct behavior.
Yeah.
So if you are frustrated and you know you've got these 8 dishes that have to be made before 4 o'clock when everyone shows up, you might need, maybe a little bit of help would be okay.
Yeah.
And then it's easier than saying, stop yelling at your brother and turn off the TV and you've had too much video games and I'm the only one doing something. And I know because I've been there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I remember way back in the day, you remember the Easy Bake Oven?
Yeah.
I had an Easy Bake Oven, and the pride I felt.
Yeah.
Giving my dad something that he could actually eat it meant something to me as a kid.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if your child helps to set the table and someone comes in and said, oh, doesn't the table look beautiful? That gives them a sense of pride and accomplishment.
Absolutely. And it's so important to healthy brain development.
Sure.
You're absolutely on it. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, if we could also talk about the Explorations 5 is getting ready to move.
We are.
How exciting is that?
It's very exciting. Yeah, absolutely.
So where are you moving?
We are moving to Bonnet Springs Park, which is a 180-acre private public park enterprise. It's on the corner of really Memorial, Kathleen, and George Jenkins, that tri-intersection. And if you look back, you will see hills forming. They're bringing in tonnage of dirt to sculpt the land into something that is beautiful and awe-inspiring.
Yeah.
Yes.
And how will this change the museum, do you think?
So it's an opportunity for us to build a bigger purpose. So it's not about building a place. I don't think anyone would intentionally leave the beautiful Crest building in downtown Lakeland, but we have some limitations in that physical space. And when our leadership and our board of directors and our members speak to us, we know what purpose they'd like for us to fill. And so we're gonna build somewhere where we can fulfill that bigger purpose. We know that Family Fundamentals, which is the storefront for United Way, is moving over with us. So we know that we're going to continue serving all walks of life. We know that we're providing a significant amount of greater services, more intentional and higher quality services for children on the autism spectrum.
Nice.
We know that we intend to be inclusive for people, that it is developmentally appropriate for them to play in a space meant for a 6-year-old, even if they are not 6.
Nice.
So we will have a changing table that can accommodate someone up to 250 pounds. We know that outdoor play is a big part of what the community wants right now, and that there's an enormous amount of learning and exploration and nurturing of curiosity that can be done when you dig in dirt and find a worm. So our largest gallery is almost 7,500 square feet, and it's all outdoor enclosed exhibit space. And we're going to celebrate the Florida under our feet. And kids are going to get a little dirty, and that's okay. We'll have hand washing stations. It's going to be fine.
Nice.
We know that we're working really closely with the school district. We've heard time and time again for years from both Polk County Schools and from United Way of Central Florida, which is the largest social service support center in our area for Polk, Highland, and Hardy, that we have a crisis. Half the kids, 50% of the kids going into kindergarten are not ready. And if you don't know what that means, it's you can't identify all of your letters and the sounds that they make and a word that starts with that sound. You can't count to 20. I mean, there are some, it goes deeper than that, obviously, but if you can think of half the kids walking in who aren't ready for that. So we're addressing that intentionally and creating a very large gallery called Watermelon Seeds, where we can start to pull in their caregivers. And we have really brilliant people who have children, and we have people that are undereducated raising children, and they both need help understanding the importance of the soil you plant your seed in. So Watermelon Seeds is meant to show the lifeline of growing a beautiful, sweet, ripe, and vibrant watermelon, right? And it starts with the soil that you put the seed in. So we want to help the grown-ups that are raising these children and building their ecosystem, because it starts from the day they come home from the hospital. And we want to help the teachers who are in the classroom, give them more mental health supports, give them more tools to help this diverse group of kids, and we want to help the kids themselves. We want to give them a safe place to explore.
Well, I hope you come back. I'd like to hear more about that program.
Yeah, of course.
But in the meantime, we want everybody to have a great Thanksgiving, and you guys have some amazing programs.
Yo, thank you.
Thank you so much for coming.
Come by and make some Swan food.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Explorations 5 was founded on the premise that children, like adults, use all 5 senses to explore and learn about the world around them. Located at 109 North Kentucky Avenue in Lakeland, they have special programming for the week of Thanksgiving called Kidsgiving. They are open from 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Saturday. For more information on the Kidsgiving program or the museum, you can give them a call at 863-687-3869 or look them up on the web at www.explorations5.com.